Hi, good morning. I'm Rosie, and I am with Illuminating the Darkness. Today, we're going to talk about the strength within. So, I feel like the universe sends us challenges that initially shows us our strengths in the long term. You know, when we're going through these challenges, especially when we're really young, I feel like we forget, and I say forget because I believe in reincarnation and that our energy never really truly forgets in a cellular level, but long term we forget these survival instincts almost, and we don't remember that everything changes. You know, like within 5 years so much can change within our lives that within 10 years we could be a whole different person. And like we have so many transformations during our life, throughout our life period, that as long as we stay on our path and continue to reborn ourselves and like continue to grow and transform, it'll be a never-ending cycle, and you'll just find this flow of change, and it's a good thing. It's supposed to happen. So, you know, this change and these struggles, you know, sometimes they feel like they're so deep and dark that you don't feel like you're ever going to get out of that pit. And it's like these challenges are sent to us because we are meant to go through them. Okay, so like we can't avoid anything, we have to walk through it. So that is, you know, learning to rise above your fear, to walk through these paths that really just make us so scared that we don't even want to walk through it. We want to take the easy way out. We want to just go back to our comfort. We want somebody else to do it for us. And if you don't walk these paths, then you're going to continue to live cycles that repeat, and you're not going to surpass this. So these are, you know, rising above the fear and the limitations and the lack mindset to, you know, gain this courage and the strength to find your inner self and walk with confidence and with faith that you have the knowing that everything's going to work out and everything's meant to be. Sorry about that. So you know, again, sometimes we want to take that easy way out, but it just repeats, you know, over and over again, and we're not going to learn from our lessons that somebody else steps in and takes over and doesn't allow us to actually live through the things that the universe is sending us. So everything has cause and effect. You know, we cannot live through life thinking that we can just do whatever we want to do without any kind of effect whatsoever. Every single thing that we do, even the way that we walk, changes everything. Okay, like we should never encourage others to move in a way that their actions don't have a consequence, and that it's just going to be a forget and never have to touch on that subject again. Because that's not what happens. We run away from things and we take these easy way out, and then what happens is we put this thing in the closet and we shut the door. And these types of things, they grow in the dark into those big ass scary monsters that you see. 1 second. It's the Grudge. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I could not remember that. But you know, so they grow and they manifest into these big things that really just eat at us. And when we're living on autopilot, these things really subconsciously control us more than we realize. And when we don't do our shadow work, those shadows control us to a point to where it stops us from doing things that we are supposed to be doing, and makes us more fearful, and it puts us in the state of mind of lack and just tries to trap us. So like you have to open these doors. You have to let the energy flow and let the light in. Okay, that's why these things are brought to us to go through, because it breaks us and it lets light in and it clears this energy and clears it out. Think of yourself as a temple with rooms that we build. We build the walls ourselves, and we're lacking energy all in it. Okay, you got to go through. You got to open all the doors and all the windows, and you got to let it flow. Okay, your home is inside more than, you know, the outside. It's all a reflection. So, you know, when these moments come around and they feel like they break you down to the ground, it's because it's more of an ecological breakdown. So the ego never wants to change, And any kind of change from the self of now is ego death, So to that mindset, you're dying. So like survival kicks in, and you gotta save that. You gotta do everything you can to remain that comfort level, to create that structure and security. You gotta remain the same. You cannot change. Everything's a risk to your ego. Okay, so you gotta break through that. Allow things to crumble sometimes because they're not meant to be there. You're not supposed to build on a deck of cards. Okay, if your structure is that weak, let it fall, because you are meant to build bigger, better structures. The universe is making them fall because it's trying to show you that it's not going to work out for you. So instead of postponing it for 10 years and saying that I'm going to work on this later on when I'm older and less energy and weaker and everything else, work on it now and say I'm gonna do the shadow work and these investigations within myself now. Whenever these challenges are presented from the universe, take them on. Do what you're supposed to do to get through this and rise above this, and ask the universe, what are you trying to show me, and where are you trying to lead me, and what am I supposed to turn into? What is my next step? What is my next goal on my path of life? So like, I feel like most of the people that I know that I consider like black sheep are chosen ones. We've all been through a very dark past. We all had to grow up real fast and learn that our actions had reactions through just the process. We had to learn it the hard way and continue to get kicked in the ass by the universe and have to repeat lessons and be in this mindset that's just all boo-hoo and cry and feel sorry for me, and everything else around me is the reason why I can't advance, and these people did this and that and blah blah blah. Well, the thing is what are you doing? What are you doing every day to make sure that you improve yourself? So always look in the mirror and tell yourself that you got this. You don't need anybody else. Okay? Nobody else is there. When you get up in the morning and you take your poop, who else is there other than maybe your toddler? Okay? Nobody. It's you. You do it. So start believing in yourself. But these hard times that these people have been through, sometimes it got us stuck in these really dark pasts. And like, because of the consequences to our actions and things that we did, it eats at us. And we let these things in these closets grow so much that it controls us subconsciously and almost low-key like makes us suicidal. And like, do things that we really wouldn't do just because we're not living in our light and taking control of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're letting something else guide us that is in the back subconsciously. So like, sometimes we get to where we have suicidal thoughts and tendencies, and sometimes we act reckless and have our freak out moments and decide that fuck this, we're not going to do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets to that point, and I'm going to be very real with people. Growing spiritually is not peaches and cream, and life isn't either. Happiness is a state of being. It's not really just like a mindset. Like, you have to wake up and tell yourself you're going to be happy today. Like, you have to tell yourself today's a good day, and just look for the light in every single thing. So that way you get to where you don't even notice the bad things. And then soon, because you're always thinking in that light, all those things are going to continue to manifest and turn into more and more and more. So always train your brain and do like little affirmations and work on your inner self. Do light work and strengthen you within. Okay, don't let these demons in the back control you, because you are the one in charge. Okay, stop sitting on the couch and letting something else drive you. Okay, you're the one in the driver's seat. And then also about the suicide, like, do the shadow work. Do things to get that energy out. Do a workout. Do something that's later, after you do that, you just you want to like transform that energy into something that empowers you, and like drives you to just be like, you know what, I'm ready to kick life's ass. Like, bring it on. Like, get it. Like, Full Metal Alchemist, they do alchemy. You know, they put all this stuff in there. That's what you're doing. You're taking all this stuff from life that it's given you, the earth, fire, water, air, and you're putting it in there and you're alchemizing it and using that energy to push out whatever you're pushing out. So making sure that, you know, you're waking up happy and focused and on your vibration that you're supposed to be on is important. Like, wake up and set yourself for the day and tell yourself that we're going to be the light for other people today. We're going to wake them up and guide them and show them that there's more to life than just being miserable and doing the same routine every day. Find your strength within and grow, because you got that. Have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe.